Hey everybody, we are live. If you're seeing this live and you'd like to be a guest on the phone, either by a guest on the show, either by phone or by live video, we're going to cover how you can do that, but look at the bottom of your screen here. New on the show, call via phone or free with the FCC HD app from your app store. We'll be starting the show pretty soon. All right, it's 9 o'clock or thereabouts. Let's get started. Good morning. Coach Dave's show is live, and we're going to make sure that we don't have any problems here with conflicting music. That's number one. Welcome everybody to the Web Dude Zone, Coach Dave's show. And I've got the cup to prove it. I just got this yesterday. I thought, hey, why not show it on the show? Showed it to my honey. Oh, man, she was excited. She about fell out of her chair. Great. If you want one of these, call into the show. Maybe we'll see if we can get one for maybe about half the retail price. And I don't know how much that is, but I can look it up. You know how that goes. All right. So as you see on the screen right next to me here, the new call via phone or free with the FCC HD app from your app store. The number's scrolling across the top of the screen there, so check it out. If you'd like to be on the show as a guest on the phone, or if you'd merely like to listen on the phone, kind of like a podcast, right? So if you're a podcast type person, go ahead and check that out. And Coach Dave's show, aka Web Dude Zone, you see the big W, this right here, big W with webdude.com on the bottom of it. You can go there. So the phone number up there is 667-770-1372. And it'll ask you for PIN number 317820 #. Don't forget that pound. Then you can just sit there and listen. Or I'm going to go ahead and start the queue here. You know, I really need to pop in here. Okay, I'm going to dial in, and I'm going to go and start the queue. There we go. And there I am in the conference. Anybody is welcome to pop in here. I am the only participant. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my phone here and get into the conference. And welcome everybody, Coach Dave here. Welcome to the show. We are at the Web Dude Zone today, although we're still broadcasting all the places we used to broadcast for the Coach Dave show. So it's the same thing, and we're just glad to be here and glad to have you with us. If you like to chat, go ahead and say hi in the chat. We're happy to pop up anybody who pops into the chat. We're happy to pop up your chat here so that we can see who's there, who's here with us, who's talking with us. And if you see this on the replay, just type replay in the chat. And we'll be happy to have you listen by a replay. I know not everybody is here. We do this show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. on the West Coast. I almost said the other one. 9 a.m. on the West Coast in California time, noon on New York time, East Coast, and 6 p.m. in Spain. So hey to Pablo out there. Hey Pablo, what's going on if you're watching? It's my new buddy in Spain. And we had a new friend, Willow, earlier this week. On Monday, Willow popped in, and he's out there in, he says, Soviet Russia. Okay? And even though we don't believe in being contrary to our nation's popularity and all of that, doing the right thing, there's some leaders across the world who are not doing the right thing. And I asked Willow what he thought about that. He said he doesn't believe in what his leader's doing. And I said, I'm right with you, buddy. I don't believe in what my leader's doing either. So it's not just that being from somewhere means you're all for all the mistakes that your leader is making. That's not what it's all about. We have our own opinions. We have our own actions, and we need to stick with those things. And so if you'd like to be on the show, or you'd like to have your comments on the show, catch us live 3 days a week, 9 a.m. on the West Coast, noon on the East Coast, and we are here in Spain at 6 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Thursday, tomorrow night, I'm not sure if we're starting it this week, but Shannon and I, my friend Shannon Griffin, who is the number 4 for Humanities, TEES, on Facebook, and also for Humanities number 1, for Humanities 1 on YouTube. We are going to do Tech Thursday, and we're going to sit around and talk about some tech. And if you're into some tech, you'd like to have us talk with you about some tech, that's great, and we would just love to take some questions. And we're going to talk about some digital products. How can you make a digital product, and how can you get it on the market and out there for people to see? So you see there on the lower third, the WebDude Zone. You can catch me on Facebook /WebDudeZone. You can catch me a lot of places. Just use the hashtag WebDudeZone. Right now we are going to 3 places on Facebook, Dave Brown Coach, WebDude Zone, and my own personal page. And we're going to Dave Brown Coach and WebDude Zone on YouTube. As well, we're on Twitter at _Dave Brown _, and we're on Rumble. We're out there on Rumble at rumble.com/WebDudeZone. You can catch us there, also on Coach Dave's show. So Betty, welcome to the show, and Betty is here. She says, looking good on this Hump Day Wednesday. Yeah, only 2 days now. Only 2 days until we can play the Friday song. So we all love the Friday song. You know the Friday song, right? So my honey Betty James is out there, and she's the one that got me this shirt. Isn't this a nice shirt? You can't tell from your point of view how soft it is, but it's soft. It's a good one. And so we're out there on all those platforms. We're also on Twitch at Dave Brown Coach, and we're at DLive. I think I said DLive, Dave Brown Coach. So you can catch us all of those places. And Hump Day Wednesday. Happy Hump Day Wednesday, guys. You've made it halfway through the week, and you should pat yourself on your hump, okay? So, I mean on your back. So pat yourself on the back and give yourself some kudos. I'm going to add, I think things sound a little flat here, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of music in the background. I always like some morning jazz with my coffee. This is my second cup. So while we're out here having some jazz on the patio, let's just have, a second cup of coffee. have some coffee chat, as it were. And you've made it through Wednesday, and you can congratulate yourself. It's halfway through the week. You've got less than half of it left. So, especially if Friday is a short day, raise your hand if Friday is a short day for you. It is for me. I only work until noon on Friday. So by the time I get done with this show, I've got, maybe not very much time left before the day is ended. And so there we are. All right. We've got the scrolling going on at the bottom here where we're showing you how you can dial into the show. That's the phone number down there. And if you want to be a surprise guest on the show, go to bit.ly/join the room. Put your name in there, show your camera, and that's all I require for you to be a surprise video guest on the show live. And you can come in here and take up some of my show time. I don't have all day. I'm not going to wait around. But if you want to pop in here, be a surprise guest on the show, go to bit.ly/join the room. And you can join this room, and we'll pop you in here, and we'll get going with some lively conversation. I wonder if my friend Bert is out there. Bert, I want to enjoy some of your wisdom, dude. I want to see if I can get you on the show. So if you're watching this and you see me out there, his name is Bert. And Bert, I'd like to know if you would be on my show. That would be fun. Sometime we're going to have my best gal, my only gal, Betty James. We're going to have her on the show, and we're going to talk about some recovery things because she is 15-year senior, 15-year wow in recovery. And 15 years straight and sober and clean and all that. She's been doing this recovery thing for a while now, and she's doing it really well. She's got a sponsee out there who's kicking butt. Okay, I don't know if can you say that online? Yeah. Can you? Okay, she says I'm okay. She's my filter. It's okay to say kicking butt online. All right, so she's kicking butt, and her sponsee is just doing great. She's gone from the first few steps. Now she's in step 6, and she's doing a thing called dropping the rock. Okay, you can't swim to the island of serenity if you're carrying the big rock. So for Pete's sake, drop the rock, will ya? Okay, that's just a little plug. And we're also going to end up, this broadcast is also going to end up being simulcast live on Clubhouse. And we have a club on Clubhouse. It's called Recovery Solutions. And so if you are on Clubhouse, go on out there, become a member of Recovery Solutions, and you'll be notified that, hey, you could be on the show also. Straight from there, Recovery Solutions is going to be another avenue, which is going to be an outreach for the recovery efforts. I'm a recovery coach, I'm a life coach, and I'm also a tech coach. So all those things, those are going to be outlets where we're going to be able to reach out and do more things, help more people. That's what it's all about, right? So catch that when you can. And right now, though, we've got the live call-in number going, and you can reach us on any of the platforms if you're out there live. We've got a couple of people out there watching. If you're live right on the show, you're watching. Betty's out there. She's one of our people. And, when you give me compliments like this, I'm looking good. I just might show it on the screen. If you're saying something positive, I might just say, hey, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I might show that on the screen. So that's great. And we've also got a new thing going on my other screen over here. We have a thing called Voice Meter. It's basically a live mixer, and hopefully none of my audio is coming out all scrapey, scratchy, and messed up. Because I've done this before with Voice Meter, and it's messed up. So when that happens, I do this. Watch, you're going to hear a little bit of a blank. Okay, I should be back now. All right, so that's how I reset Voice Meter, and then everything that it's grabbing, all the different things to mix together for this broadcast, and then it puts it in there in a nice, great form. So call in the show. Call in live on the broadcast. Let me see. Let me take a look at the conference here. And I have myself and my other login from my tablet. You'll see that when you pop into the show, you'll see that there's two people in there. Both of them are called Host Dave. That's me. And one is my computer, and one is always it's not my tablet. It's this. It's my phone. That's what the app looks like when you're logged in. And I log in on my phone so that the music doesn't just creep out. Okay. We got a sound check from my assistant, and the sound isn't flaky. It's not going out. And she says, "You sound great." She's got this really beautiful low voice. So I can't tell you. I'm not going to say what kind of effect it has on me, but you can imagine from time to time my wife's low voice. "Oh, Dave, you look great." Okay, so there you go. All right, I'm not going to go any further than that. Second cup of coffee, everybody. Second cup of coffee, some good music background, okay? That's kind of what we're going to go with that for a minute. All right, so we got the jazz going. We got the coffee, and I'm obviously wide awake because that's my second cup there. And of course, again, I got a plug. Webdude.com. Go ahead and check that out. I've got a web app on there right now, and we have the capability to broadcast this show live to the web app. So we get enough interest going for the Webdude Zone. We just might have the web app that catches every broadcast, or we can upload them, and then they'll be in the blog, the video blog section of the broadcast on the Webdude Zone on webdude.com. So all of those things going on. Now, let me tell you, one of the things that I like about this particular broadcast is that we can do some fancy stuff. I want to show you a little bit of the ticker. Okay, so if you want to join the show, you can join as a live guest. Go to bit.ly/join the room. Okay, you can join the room and be here on the show with me. Your chat will come in live, and your video will come in live. All you have to do is put in your name and show your camera. And if I know you, I'll have you on the show. If I don't know who you are or what you're going to say, chances are no. Okay, so enough of that. All right, if you're on Facebook out there, you come in the chat. You saw when I did Betty's highlight of her chat that I showed that she was on there. It showed her picture. If you want your picture to show, take a look down there. Go to bit.ly/melonauth to authorize my show to see your name and profile picture. If you want to make a comment, you want to be given some credit for it, and it's just a little extra thing that I can do for you to get you on the show and get you some recognition for your comments. And then again, all of that has to do with the fact that live here on the show, we want to give you credit for the smart things that you say. We want to give you credit for all of that. And it looks like we have Alessandra on here. Hey, Alessandra, thanks for watching, and hello, it's good to see you. And tell me where you're from, and how do I know you if I do? A lot of times on Facebook I'll have common friends. It'll be through my friend Shannon that I'll be introduced to new people like Alessandra. And it's really great to see you. Share this out if you would, and just put a like and follow and click the bell and all those crazy things you do over there in Facebook. And we do have the live call-in number. You see the number scrolling at the bottom, 667-770-1372. And we got a PIN number where they'll ask you the PIN number when you come in. Just punch in 317820 and pound. Okay, so there you go with that. And, well, great. Alessandra says it is her first time here. Well, thanks. Thanks for popping in. I'm always curious about how you found me. If you just did a search for Coach Dave, or or extremely handsome guy with a great voice, or how you did your search. I'm kidding about that, of course. But welcome. It's good to have you here. And I have a question and answer queue going in the live number that is our live call-in line. So we do some question and answer on the show. I got to warn you, if you want to just pop in and listen, you can do that. But if you want to pop in, listen, and then punch in *61, you can be a live guest on the show, kind of like they do with Jerry Springer. No, wait. Kind of like they do with what's his name? The guy that says I'm getting a blank here. The guy that says, "How's that working for you?" Dr. Phil. Okay, I'm not a Dr. Phil, but that's okay. All right. Now let's see. We're get a little information here from Alessandra. She says that originally she's from Illinois, but worked in California, Massachusetts. Great. I honestly not sure how I came across you, but I'm loving the vibe so far. I do Oh, good. If you want to put a link to your podcasting in, I will share that out, and that's cool. And she says today you were a notification of being live, so you must have just connected with me somewhere, and you just never know where those kinds of connections come from. And so if you want to put a link to your podcast in the comments, I'll pop it up here, and we'll get you some people coming over there. That's the thing about social media, is it's social, and we can cross-pollinate all this stuff. Okay, so if you dial this number, let me talk about the number a little bit more. If you dial this number and you find that you can't get on the show, my friend Devontae, he dials the number and his phone company tells him unreachable. Can't do it. Okay, you see this little icon down here in the corner? This little icon is FCCHD. That is the app that you use to dial the show if you can't reach it by your local subscription cell company. Your provider doesn't want to send you over there and let you get into it. Then just download the app, FCCHD. It's a pretty small app. Make sure it's the HD version, and you can go there and get right into it. It'll ask you the number, the PIN, and you say connect. And then when you connect, it'll put you right in here just like this. And this is what I run one of my hosts on for the app, so that while I'm running it, it doesn't just say, can't do it. All right, we've got a link here to Alessandra. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to go there and check it out. And that is Alessandra's link, YouTube, SPDDLS. Okay? I'm not going to tell you what that means. Why? Because I don't know. So anyway, go ahead and check that out, and you can pop in there and check out Alessandra's podcast. And she is I'm sure going to be very interesting. I'm going to check you out, Alessandra, right after the show. So I am going to copy that link right to my Windows, and I'm going to go right in there afterwards. Okay, let's see what she says. She says it's called The Process. It's a sterile processing surgical instrument show. Okay. And also Behind the Red Line, a show on mental health for employees. Mental health, that's important. One of the things that I like and focus on in all this is that I can not only do I'm a life coach, and one of the things in life coaching is, what are you doing for your health? What are you doing for your mental, spiritual, and physical health? What's going on in your life that's affecting maybe your moods, or affecting how you feel about yourself. All of those things are very important, and for employees and for all of that. All right. Well, it looks like my handy assistant is right here in the broadcast. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unmute her. Now, if you come in the broadcast, you can dial *61 to go into the queue, let's see. Do I have? Yeah, I do have the queue. You can dial *61 to go into the queue, or since I know it's my honey by her caller ID, I can just unmute her and we could talk to her. So let me show you guys. Before I go into that, I'm going to say hi here. We've got DS. DS. Did I say that right? Did I say it right? DS. Is it like initials? Let me know. Hi, welcome to the broadcast. And let's see. So we've got a couple of people here. I'm gonna check out. My significant other, Betty, and I'm gonna bring Betty on the broadcast. So here we go. And we've got another caller in the broadcast from Oakland. If you want to have some time talking online, or you want to ask a question, just dial *61. I'll see you pop into the queue, and then I'll know that you want. But I know my honey wants to talk, so I'm going to bring her in first and give you a chance down there in Oakland to dial *61 if you want to talk live on the show. All right, so here we go. I'm going to bring my honey in. And can you hear me? I'm getting a little bit of an echo, but I can, yeah. Okay. Say hi, my dear.
Hi.
Okay.
Dave.
That's working.
It's working, okay. That's why I called. I wanted to see if this is all going to work on my device, and it is. So, I mean, sometimes, like you said, some of them don't work. So it does. It works great. I want to ask you one question. What time is your show going to be on tomorrow night for the tech stuff? Because I don't know where I'd be without your help. I mean, some people just don't know how to do this tech stuff. You taught me so much. So what time will that be tomorrow night with Shannon?
I am unsure as to whether or not the show is going to be on at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock our time on the West Coast. So all right, yeah. Just keep. I'll tell you what you can do if you're watching on Facebook on the Dave Brown Coach, Facebook /Dave Brown Coach, or if you catch me over on my WebDude Zone. You can catch either one of those and just follow me and you'll see a notification, because I'm going to cross-pollinate that. As soon as we get live, I'm going to share it, and it'll be over on my show also tomorrow night. So it'll be 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I'm not sure which. A lot of times she even goes closer to 8 p.m. Just tag me or follow me on there and you'll see it. And if not, you'll see the replay, because I'm gonna cross-pollinate no matter what. But she and I just haven't talked about the exact time, so we're gonna make that happen just like that. Okay? All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for being here. All right. I've got my honey muted over there. And Alessandra, if you want to, Alessandra says that the Oakland one is hers. She's going to give it a try, and we're going to see how that goes. And over here, DS says I did it right. That's the second time this week I've done something right. So there you go. All right. So I'm gonna bring in, if Alessandra wants to chat, I'm gonna bring her in here. I'm going to give it a try, and I hope you're not too shy, Alessandra. If you're a podcaster, you're not too shy. So let's bring Alessandra in and see how she's doing. Alessandra, are you there, and how are you doing?
Happy Wednesday. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. You sound like a podcaster. I just got to tell you.
Thank you.
All right. So you do stuff on mental health as part of, that's not your whole venue, but mental health is part of it. That's so important these days.
Oh, it's so extremely important. We just launched that show about a week ago, and it was, like you said, in response to people just not really having a clear idea about how their mood is affecting them, or what is all feeding into that. And I loved what you added also about them paying attention to their spirituality too. Yeah.
Spirituality is so important. I'm also a recovery coach, and a lot of recovery programs say that their program is a spiritual program. And my wife has been in her recovery program for over 15 years. 15 and a half? Are you approaching even more than that, Betty? I'll find out from her. But she's in fact, I think June is going to be her 16th. So she's doing great. And it's your spirit. It's the unseen part of you that God made, that you got to take care of that too.
Oh man, you have to take care of that too. You have to take care of that first, because it will bleed out into everything else.
Yeah. So that's really great. I'm really glad to get to talk to you, and I'm gonna go ahead and visit your podcast over there. Do you do any live broadcasting, or do you record them and then upload them?
We do both. So every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we go live, and we try to do that once a week, as often as possible, to have our show be live. I think maybe in the year or so that we've been doing it, maybe a handful of our shows have been pre-recorded.
Okay.
Because we really found that being able to interact with folks and answer their questions in real time gives us the most impact.
Great. I agree. I totally agree. You know, I could be on here by myself and be a talking head, but the fact that you and Betty show up on my show, it makes it so much more interesting and so much more, it's more of an outreach. At that point, people go, oh, well, there's conversation. It's not just that boring guy that I see 3 times a week.
Right, or somebody else is watching this. I'm not the only one that's looking at this guy running his mouth.
Right. I'm not.
Community out there.
Yeah. I'm not out in some weird zone somewhere, but exactly. Well,
I mean, especially from a coaching perspective, how much of it is just letting people know that you're not alone?
Right. And in fact, I've been in group therapy sessions where that's huge. The fact that you're not alone.
Yes.
You're not some duck winging it out there, and it's so important.
Not some anomaly. You're not broken.
There you go.
You know, all that stuff we tell ourselves.
Yeah. And the other thing that's important is about not being alone is that, you know, the things that you feel are falling on your head right now, they are common to man, as my other big book, the Bible, they are common to man, and those things, don't worry about those. They happen. We get the rain. It rains on the good and the bad for us. So, yeah. So don't think that you're experiencing a flood that nobody else felt, because the whole world gets flooded once in a while. And it's encouraging to know that I'm not the only one that feels like I got flooded, that I got washed out.
Absolutely. And I mean, definitely when we launched that show, because the Process podcast we've been doing for well over a year, and this last one we just launched 2 weeks ago, and that was the primary feedback was, wow, I didn't know somebody else was going through that. I didn't know somebody else felt that way. That's, I think our first episode was about burnout. And how that can affect you at work. And yeah, everybody was like, wow, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Just because we don't talk about this stuff all the time does not mean that we're not all feeling it.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. I'm going to go visit
yours. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And say it one more time. When, what time? And it's tonight, right?
Yes, so we will be having a live show tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys can head over to YouTube and subscribe. You'll get a notification. It's friendly to everyone, so even if you're not from the healthcare or surgical background, I promise you will learn things that you want to know about your care. I know tonight we're doing more like a talk show, and we'll be talking about hot topics in the healthcare industry. And one of them is around urology scopes and how clean are they and how safe are they. So definitely come check us out. Okay,
I will. Appreciate you coming in, and I'm definitely going to check out your live show. I love live shows, and especially new friends. So yeah.
Nice to meet you. Have a good one, Dave.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you, and everybody. That was Alessandra. She made a comment here. I asked her if she was too shy to come in the chat queue, and she said, "Oh no shyness." So that's my new friend Alessandra from Oakland, and she does this the show. It'll be tonight, as you heard. Check her out on YouTube, and once again, let me share that YouTube link for you. You can go ahead and go on over to YouTube. Her username or her user channel is SPDDLS. So check that out, and it'll be great. I'm going to go check it out and probably be in there typing away on the keyboard and asking questions. Questions are the best. They're the lifeblood of podcasting, especially live podcasting. And I don't know if you do any call-in type show or if you have live guests come on, but it's great to have people there in the chat just giving you feedback. I mean, that's one of the things that Alessandra said that I thought was great was we got feedback on our first podcast, on our first episode. So I mean, that's really great. You get the right subject and you tell people the things they need to know, and help people with their needs. And so if you want to see and be on my show, you can do all that. We talked about the live call-in line, and we talked about how you could just be on the show and chat and all of that kind of stuff. So all right. Alessandra says very smooth call-in. So as you can tell, we're trying a couple of new ways to get people in here and get feedback. And when we have people like Alessandra and Betty and DS, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here, but I'm going to show you a quick little production logo and thanks for watching screen. I'm going to go ahead and cut the music off of the broadcast and just say, this is Coach Dave. This is the Web Dude Zone, and this is also the Coach Dave Show. But check us out, and we'll be back on Friday, and also tomorrow night we'll be with Coach Shannon Griffin for Humanities. We're going to do Tech Time or Tech Tips. I'm not sure what we're going to call it, but it's going to be a tech show. Thursday Tech, I think, is what we decided on. So catch us there. And again, everyone who showed up, Betty, Alessandra, DS, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon on the Web Dude Zone. Take care. God bless.